Okay, today we did Quik-Pik number 3. We're getting good at these now, figuring out what we're supposed to do. Question number 1, you see base 10 blocks, which I know you saw a lot of in first grade, and you're probably even seeing on iReady. We did most of our work with 1s and 10s last year, but I know you saw the hundreds blocks. I already had them on there, and you were probably at that point, and I showed you some in my classroom too. So you actually have these in your bags. In one of the little Ziploc bags, you have some base 10 blocks that you can always use to count and help you when you're doing things like this too. All right, so how do we do this? Well, we have 1s, 10s, and 100s. So first of all, let's write our place value places. We know 1s is here, then there's 10s, then there's 100s, right? Well, how many 1s do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can just say, I have 5 1s. Well, you can't see. I have 5 1s. How many 10s do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 10s. How many 100s do we have? That was a little tricky to tell. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 hundreds blocks. And now you already have your number. You already have your answer. Boom, 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 just like that. 465. So your answer up here would have been B, 465. Okay? That's the first one. I actually think most of you probably know how to do that one and got it right. The second one, they've written the number out in words. Okay? So they want you to read the words and find the number that goes with it. This is called word form. So we still need our place value. We need to know this is 1s, 10s, 100s, and actually this problem even has the next place in the place value, which is thousands. So the number says 2,000s, 500s, 9 10s, and 3 1s. That's actually not word form. If it was word form, it would be written out 2,593. That would be word form. This is just telling you what goes in each place value's place to see if you can figure out what number it is. So the trick to this one is you have to know your place value spots. See, 1s, 10s, 100s, thousands. 1s, 10s, 100s, thousands. So you just have to find this number now, which is B, 2,000s, 500s, 9 10s, and 3 1s. This number is 2,593. All right, the next one is what you needed your ruler for. And it says about how long is the car below in inches. So make sure you used inches, the wider numbers farther apart. Make sure you have the end of your ruler lined up with the end of your car. You can't measure if it's like this. The end of your ruler has to be at the end of the thing you're measuring. And it comes to 2 inches. So 2 inches would have been your choice. And number 4 is my favorite on this page. Why? Because I told you so. I told you were going to have to know what hexa meant. And there it is. Which of these shapes is a hexagon? So think. How many sides does a hexagon have? Tri is 3. Quad is 4. Penta is 5. Hexa is 6. So you're looking for a 6-sided shape. Well, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right there. This top one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's an octagon. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pentagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pentagon. But this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the bottom one is a cube. We know that. That's a 3D shape. That's not a hexagon. Your answer should have been D, because D has 6 sides, 6 vertices, and 6 angles. It is a hexagon. And down at the bottom, we're seeing a lot of these graphs. Which answer choice shows the smallest number from the graph below? Now, this one's tricky because you've got a bunch of numbers that start with 100 on this one. And you have to find the smallest number. And it's a little hard to tell by the bars because they look pretty much the same. So you have to decide if 101, 110, or 104 is smaller. Well, let's write those numbers, because these are pretty obvious that these are bigger, but we're going to look at these three. So you have 104, you have 110, you have 101, right? Okay, let's think about this. Hundreds, tens, ones. All right, so this would be 100 block, no tens blocks, and 4 little ones blocks. You can't see it, okay? A 110 would be 100 block, a 10 block, and no ones blocks. And 101 would be 100 block, no tens blocks, and 1 little ones block. Now let's think about this. Which is smaller? Is 1 smaller? Is 4 smaller? Or is 10 smaller? 10, 4, or 1? Which one's the smallest number? 1, right? The 100's the same in all of them. So we just need to compare over here and see which one's the smallest. And 1 is the smallest. So 101 would have been your smallest bar on the graph. All right, so that is our quick pick 3, and we're done for the week.